Game one is over. Tyrese Halliburton wins it for the Pacers with zero point 0.3 seconds left after the Pacers turned the ball over 25 times in game one. They win. Now, OKC, top-notch team in the NBA as far as defensively, and they didn't have a good defensive quarter in the fourth quarter. There was a lot of times where OKC, where the Pacers, they shot the ball, they missed it and got the rebound, and there were quite a few times where OKC was up by double digits and the Pacers kept clawing their way back. So I'm not surprised that Indiana won this game, because if you're the underdog and you're playing in a 7-game series, you want to get the first game on the opponent's home court. Now, if Indiana gets game two, OKC could be in trouble, because going to Indiana, you might have trouble. You might have trouble getting 2 games in Indiana. So tonight, the Pacers played their game. This is how they've been playing all season, monking the game up, trying to keep the game close, and then in the end, with last few seconds on the clock, win the game, and that's exactly what they did. Tyrese Halliburton didn't have a good night tonight. He only had 13 points. 13. Yeah, he only had 13 points. Well, 14 points, excuse me. So he didn't have a good night. Also, the X Factors, some of the X Factors came through tonight. Obi Toppin, he came through with 17 points tonight. TJ McConnell had 9 points. And also another X Factor that came through, Miles Turner. He had 15 points. A couple of those 15 points came off of threes, and the Pacers, they needed those threes. So game two is Sunday night. But just to make sure that everybody is on one accord, I will give you all the schedule right now and tell you what game is next.